run. You were pretty pumped up at the end of it if you thought, good things were going to happen from that. But just kind of what you saw and why you took off.
Yeah, they were playing a double coverage and just had a little space. So it's nice to get the first down there. We needed it. And we got down in the scoring area and just couldn't quite get it in. So disappointed in that.
We know things were perfect. You're demanding offensively, but going back to Baltimore second half, when you guys were really in rhythm prior to the fumble, it seems like it's been a couple weeks, but it felt like energy, sense of purpose was there offensively. Felt like you guys were in a little bit of a, I won't call it a shootout, but you were going up and down pretty good today.
Yeah, we had some, we got the ball, we moved it, we just didn't, we had some plays there where we could have scored and just, couldn't quite, we had a fourth down, we had, some other ones in the red area, so a couple fourth downs, just didn't make the plays when we needed to make them.
Tom, you guys lost a couple December games last year. Things turned out all right for you guys. How do you handle this mini losing streak with just 3 games left with the ultimate goal still in reach?
Well, we just got to go out and try to play better and try to win, next week's game. So disappointing, but, not going to feel sorry for ourselves. Try to go back to work and do a better job.
Tom, 2 weeks in a row where the first half offense looks completely different from the second half offense. Is there a simple explanation for how things can look so different from quarter to quarter and from half to half?
I think we're just trying to figure out what works. So I think you have an idea, and then you see how the game unfolds, and then you got to make some adjustments. So we tried to make some adjustments there in the second half, and they threw a lot of different defenses at us. Some we handled pretty good, others we didn't, and it was a good game by them.
Yeah, Tom, over the years, late in seasons, you've probably figured out more things than any quarterback in the history of the game. Are you confident this time around you can figure out your offensive issues, and if so, why?
I don't want to make any predictions. I don't think that's, I think we come in with a plan to get better every week and try to win each game, and each game takes on a little different feel, and the situations are a little different, and, it's a different team every year too, so I may have certain experience doing things, but this particular team, as a whole, hasn't been, through different situations. So just try to work through them over the course of the whole season, and we have 3 big games to go, and we gotta get back to winning football.
Tom, I see you got your elbow wrapped there. What's going on there?
I just got hit right on my elbow. It's fine. Probably be on the injury report, but I'll be there next Sunday.
Tom, I want to go back to the N'Keal Harry play, not for what you think of it, obviously, but were you given an explanation by the officials why they called it a certain way?
No, there was, the play clock was kind of ticking down, so it was really just ruled out of bounds, and we didn't have time for that, the 40-second clock. We barely got the next play off. I think everyone thought it was a touchdown. They reviewed it, and we realized we couldn't challenge it, and we just tried to run a quick play.
Tom, how much creativity at this point are you guys trying to inject into your offense on a week-to-week basis? Yeah. What Josh is coming up with, just the different things that you're trying to get into the
just trying some different things to give us a little spark or momentum. And, we had a couple big ones tonight on the flea flicker, and then on the other one where the halfback pass. So those were good plays. Those were good momentum plays. And wish we could have made a few more of the other ones too. So thank you, Tom. Thank you.
And on the other side, as you see on the bottom left-hand portion of your screen, we're waiting for Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid mentioned his hand got banged up a little bit, so we'll hear straight from Mahomes on that in just a little bit. Mahomes did something basically nobody's been able to do in the Brady Belichick era. Today marks the first time they've lost to a starting QB under the age of 25 at home. They had been 29-0 in the regular season in such games. And again, we'll hear from Patrick Mahomes on that hand injury in just moments as soon as he steps to the podium. Ryan Clark, you have a comment to make.
Patrick Mahomes ain't 25?
Dude.
Why? I feel like he's been playing so long.
He sat, and he's played a couple of years, and he's still not 25. What's your final takeaway from this after hearing from Belichick, Reid, Brady, Mahomes to come?
About this game?
Yeah, about this
game.
Well,
just about this game. I mean, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs. We were looking at them early on in the season and trying to figure out, was this the team we thought could compete to win the AFC Championship, and they weren't playing well defensively. Patrick Mahomes gets injured. You lose some of your skilled players, and this team wasn't playing great. And so now Patrick Mahomes comes back. He's healthy, and see what he says here. As you tee him up, he stayed on top of the game. And now we look at these young gunners that are playing quarterback, the Lamar Jacksons, the Deshaun Watsons, the Patrick Mahomes, all of these new guys in the AFC. Well, they lost to all of them
That's what I was going to say.
year.
Those are the three losses right there.
And they lost to all of those guys this year. And so when you look at that from the opposite side and you're Tom Brady, you're trying to figure out what you have to do to help this defense that has played extremely well this season. Giving up 23 to the Kansas City Chiefs, there's no shame in that. And you expect to have an opportunity to win. And when Tom Brady is your quarterback, you expect to win when you can do that.
Let's talk about one of those gunners that you mentioned. What does this win tell you about Mahomes and the Chiefs?
Well, I think it tells you a lot about them. And I think probably first and foremost, if you say, Mahomes and the Chiefs, it's what Ryan's, done a tape on the last 2 weeks, which has been they're getting better on defense. And so if you just think, they intercepted Tom Brady today. They had an interception last week. If you're turning the football over and giving that offense more opportunities, you have a chance.
Andy Reid, Spags running his D. Here he is.
And he came back, so that was good. Pat hurt his hand early in this game, and we think it's okay, but I mean we'll see how it goes. But it was hard for him to grip the ball and do the things that he needed to do there. So, but he powered through it. Didn't say much. That's how he is. So, we'll take an X-ray of it as we go here and memorize all that stuff that we do. Listen, all in all, a good football game. I think for the fans to watch. I mean, you had two good teams playing each other. The Patriots, their history says, everything. So, and that's what made it such a special game. Bill's done a phenomenal job here, as Tom has, and the rest of their coaches. I'm proud of my coaches, the coordinators. I thought EB had a great plan offensively, Spags defensively, Tobe, from a special team standpoint. So the guys stuck to it. The guys played their tail off. So you just knew it was going to come down to the end, and and it did. It did. So we've got to clean some things up. We had too many penalties. We got to take care of that and make sure that we work on that. We got a hot Denver Bronco team coming in, so we've got to get ourselves ready, get back. A long trip here, so we got to get back and get rested up and get ready for Denver. So with that, time's yours.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on winning the SC West for the 4th straight year. What does that mean as a coach, also the owner and the organization and the team?
Yeah, well, I'm partial. I think I've, got the best owner around. So I'm partial to that. So it starts there, and he gave us all an opportunity to be here, and we're trying to do the best we possibly can with that chance. So, but it's not one person. It takes everybody. We've all got a part of it. You guys included for supporting us, right? So we're all in it, and there's nothing more than you'd like to see than victories. I'm proud of all our guys.
Coach, was Pat at any point close to coming out of the game?
No, but he kept messing with that hand, and I could tell he wasn't gripping all that well. But he never says anything, so I'm not gonna make a big stink out of anything. So.
Coach, you mentioned the slow start, and you
I'll get you here. Just
in the second half. With penalties and Pat's injury.
Yeah, we had the turnover. Yeah. The guys bear down. I'm proud of our defense right all the way down to the end. Like I said, I think everybody knew it was going to come down to that, and we got a bunch of things we can clean up and do, but we're going to enjoy this for the flight back, and then we'll get back ready to go against Denver.
Coach, you mentioned a slow start. Can any of that be attributed to the equipment being late to the game?
Yeah, I don't think so. I know Alan takes the grunt of this. That's not probably Alan's had a couple games he's been the equipment man for. So there are other things that got involved, and I just know this: everybody stayed calm, and just it happened. So it wasn't a big deal, and that. I've been doing it for a lot of years, and one out of how many ever years I've been doing it, it keeps things exciting.
Were you all nervous that it wasn't going to show up?
No, not at all. I think everybody did a good job of getting it back here. We had plenty of time, and we rolled,
Coach, the running game today, your thoughts on where it's
We talked about Tom Brady's demeanor after games. Listen to what he has to say now after this loss.
Tom, when you guys were heading to the locker room after the first half, there was some audible boos coming from the crowd throughout the stadium. Can you guys hear that on the field when you guys are heading to the locker room?
Yeah, you hear cheers, you hear boos. It's part of being in sports.
What was your reaction when that happened after you guys finished with the 7 points in the first half?
Try to go in and play better, basically.
I know you don't want to blame the officials, but you realize you threw a touchdown pass, a legit touchdown pass to N'Keal Harry that was not whatsoever, and how frustrating is that?
Yeah, doesn't happen very often, so it happens. So we still had a chance, and wish we could